Whether you get harassed daily by recruiters or you're desperately trying to contact them to get into the cool companies you're looking at, it's always tricky to use recruiters in the right way for your career research. And we want to give you a few tips to approach these particular individuals in the best possible way, increase your chances to access that role of your dreams. So people often underestimate how much influence recruiters can have on the success or not of your job search. At larger companies, recruiters are generally the first filter that is going to decide whether you'll end up talking to the actual relevant people who are the ones you'll end up working with if you're successful in your application with that particular company. Therefore, building strong relationships with recruiters can dramatically improve your chances of getting those highly sought after jobs that a lot of people are competing for in today's job market. What you should do to build a strong relationship with recruiters in the industry you're interested in. Be on LinkedIn, that's obviously key. For most technical type or business type role in most advanced economies in the world, today you need to be on LinkedIn to be visible to recruiters. What you need to understand is recruiters use LinkedIn heavily on their side to source candidates for the positions that they need to fill. And if you appear on their radar without you having to reach out to them, that's the best possible way to get introduced to them. You don't have to do anything, and they're the ones who are actually interested in contacting you. Once you've built a great LinkedIn profile, and obviously there are a lot of resources out there to help you do that. We'll publish our own very soon, by the way. Research who the relevant recruiters are in those industries that you are interested in. Don't hesitate to connect with them. Recruiters are very, very likely to accept your invitation to connect on LinkedIn because, well, their network is their asset, right? If you have a somewhat relevant profile for them, even if you're not relevant for the role that they're directly sourcing for at the moment, they will want to connect with you because they know that they could be needing you very soon if a relevant position opens up. If you get in direct contact with them and, actually open up a conversation, be quite upfront about what you want from them. Talk about the company, why you are interested in it, and what type of role you're actually looking for, and why. Make it clear why you could be an asset for the company. That obviously assumes that you know yourself pretty well, right? And even if you don't have that much relevant experience, you probably have some pretty relevant, cool skills that the company generally needs. An amazing way to discover who the relevant recruiters are at those companies you're interested in is obviously CareerFairy. We organize tons of live streams with recruiters, helping them share what they're looking for the roles they're trying to fill and what their company desperately needs in order to basically continue to grow and continue to improve their products and services, which is basically what every company obviously is trying to achieve. By watching recruiters in our live streams, you will basically discover that these are very approachable human beings, individuals who you shouldn't be intimidated by. Start by just listening to them. Understand how they think, what they're looking for, and what their problems are, because you might very well be the solution to their problems. Once you've built up that knowledge, it's going to be at some point important that you actually start a conversation with them. And for that, again, CareerFairy can be an amazing place to start. Through our hand raise function, you can join most of our live streams directly and ask your questions to those recruiters face to face. That's an amazing way to start a relationship. If you ask a strong, impactful question during a live stream, that's a great icebreaker for a follow-up LinkedIn connection. And I can guarantee you that the recruiter will be very happy to have you in their contacts. A lot of recruiters tend to also share personal details about themselves during the live streams, just as icebreakers. Again, try to take note of those too, right? You want to build up strong conversations with them just to show, that you're an attentive professional who wants to build up their network. People who can do this effectively are quite rare, and those are valuable in companies too. Therefore, if you position yourself as such, you're going to start to become very, very noticeable for those recruiters you're interested in. What you shouldn't do, please don't contact completely irrelevant people just to blow up your LinkedIn network. A lot of people think it's impressive or useful to have a large contact list on LinkedIn. That's not necessarily the case. If you have a large contact list on LinkedIn, that's going to impact your feed and the information and the quality of the information you're going to get. What you want is getting the relevant information from the people that matter. Therefore, just connect with the relevant people in the first place. Also, please don't blindly forward your resumes to recruiters you haven't established a formal connection with. If the recruiters want your resume so that they can forward it to the relevant people internally, they will ask for it, and that is the right point in time to give it to them. But again, building up the connection is the first step to success here. Building those connections is hopefully going to dramatically improve your odds in breaking into that industry that you've been applying to for a while unsuccessfully. One last point before we end. don't neglect personal contacts. If you know people in those companies or industries that you're interested in, that's also an amazing way to get in. Just as you would do with a recruiter, build up and nurture that relationship that could actually get you the job. Even if you feel that asking people for referrals might sound very intrusive, you should know that in many companies, referring a new colleague in can actually be very rewarding for the person in place at the company. If your contact successfully refers you into the company, they might be looking at nice bonuses or some other advantage that the company will provide to them as a thank you for successfully hiring you. You have to understand, hiring is hard and expensive. And if you can make it easier for the company to find you, if you can make it easier for other people to refer you into the company, everyone is going to be winning in that situation. But you can be the one who initiates it. So get out there and start building those relationships. Don't forget, watch our live streams on careerfairy.io/next livestreams. There's certainly a live stream with a recruiter coming up. Even if it's not in that industry that you're currently absolutely looking for, it might be worthwhile to just watch it to understand how recruiters think and operate, because independently of the industry, most recruiters function in a very, very similar way. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, like the video, and we'll see you soon for more career advice here on CareerFairy on YouTube.